So we're sitting here with Jay Freeman. Jay, of course, is responsible for Cydia and a lot of the work that's gone into iPhone jailbreaking over the years. So Jay, first, thanks for joining me. Appreciate
Thank you very much for having me.
So a lot of people are asking us, where's the iPhone 4 jailbreak?
So I actually don't develop the iPhone 4 jailbreak. While I'm involved in its construction, the jailbreak is developed by a guy named Comex, along with Planet Being and Muscle Nerd. So I'm not really certain what the release schedule is. I definitely can't comment on that.
But it exists.
But it does exist, and I have a jailbroken iPhone 4 on me right now.
So they found an exploit to be able to take advantage of, get in there and jailbreak the phone. I hear it didn't take long. It was done pretty close to the release date.
It was done very close. So actually, one of the advantages of Apple using the same software on all of these devices is that if you already had a hole on the previous device, if you just kind of keep it secret and wait for the device to come out, you can be in there very quickly.
That's right. I remember one of the 3GS updates, they were talking about they wanted to hold on to it until the code was finalized for the 4 because they were hoping that hole would still exist. So they were able to reuse it and take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm not certain if that's the same hole because I don't remember that exact story, but I can say that, when the new device comes out, typically a jailbreak can be very quick. It's major new firmwares can cause issues only when people aren't sitting on anything. So.
Got it. And so right now it's a manual process. You had to go in through and actually do quite a few things manually to get this done. But of course don't want to show those, don't want to expose what's happening. Yep. But the result is we do have a jailbroken iPhone 4. And can you just take us through briefly and show us what it's all about? All right, so you've just finished jailbreaking this particular iPhone 4 and you're going to show us Cydia running on the device.
All right.
So first off, flip it over. Show us that it's an iPhone 4, because it could be an iPhone. There we go. So that's an iPhone 4. It's got the bumper.
Yeah, here's the wonderful antenna gate location. Yeah.
There it is.
All right. So, slide to unlock. I've got Cydia on it. Let's run it. Load data like Cydia is wont to do.
I've seen that screen before.
Go here to the Cydia homepage. It's going to load up. Give us access to all of our current information. Go here under Changes. See a long list of packages that are available for installation. Just everything that Cydia is normally able to do, all available here now on the iPhone 4.
So one of the challenges I think a lot of people that jailbreak their phones have when they do, of course, release a new version of the software and then it gets jailbroken is that some of the applications don't work right away when you first jailbreak it. So I would imagine we're going to have some of the similar issues that we've had in previous jailbreaks where some software may not work properly right out the gate. Is that true?
That is correct. A lot of the developers are getting access to jailbreaks around the same time the users do because there's no real way to get a jailbreak to a developer and not have it end up in the hands of 100,000 users just a couple days later.
I can imagine.
So there's definitely difficulties with getting applications ported to especially new devices, but even just new firmwares directly when they come out. That said, a lot of the core functionality that people expect, a lot of the things from either Saurik IT or Big Boss are typically available very quickly. But even then, sometimes a few little things can catch up something. For example, Cydia on 4.0, which is currently still being held back.
All right, so as we know, when the new jailbreak comes out, some of the applications don't work properly right away. Is that the case with the iPhone 4 jailbreak?
Yes, currently anything that involves a signature authentication response, very technical term, pretty much just means talking to Apple and saying, I'm Jay, not Bob, is having a little bit of issues. Something that should be very simple to fix, we just haven't been able to do it yet because we've been working on all of the user interface aspects of the jailbreak, trying to make it all simple.
Is that a phone home for Apple? I mean, are they going to be able to tell that the device is jailbroken?
Well, that's not a phone home for Apple. I mean, no, I'm not necessarily going to say that they don't know that these devices are jailbroken. But what we are talking about is that some core functionality, like the App Store will, like 1/3 of the time, decide to not let you download an app, as will iBooks. FaceTime is a little bit sketch. But all of these things will be fixed before the iPhone comes out, because it really comes down to just a single thing we have to nail.
Got it. And we don't know when that's going to be, but sometime in the near future.
Yeah.
So I've seen several places online that are selling iPhone 4 jailbreaks. Of course, that's not legit, right?
Yeah. So the jailbreaks are always free. I mean, I can't necessarily say the jailbreaks always will be free because jailbreaks come from random parties. But all the people who are currently involved in doing jailbreaks have a strong commitment to the software being free. Now, that said, you may, for example, choose to find a company to do the work for jailbreaking your phone. Frankly, I don't really understand it because most of the time it's one button.
Right.
Some of them are a little more difficult though. And in the case of the ones that are more difficult, it's totally reasonable to pay $30 to get your phone jailbroken.
Sure.
But if you're just downloading an application, you're doing it wrong. because you can just get it from our website.
Right, and when that application opens up, it basically gives you a huge warning that says if you paid for this, demand your money back because
Yeah.
this is free software.
Yeah, so that's typically something that's done in all of the ones from the iPhone dev team. I'm a member of the iPhone dev team, but I do not actually develop those jailbreaks.
Do you know all of the members of the dev team? I mean, do you know who they are and what their real names are, or do you know them mostly by their online names?
I don't think anybody knows who all of them are and all their real names. I've met a couple people from the iPhone dev team, specifically the ones that tend to go to conferences, but I have many of them I have never met. They're from countries I've never visited.
Don't speak their languages.
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily they speak mine. So.
Anything else that we want to cover before we wrap it up?
Not that I can think of in the iPhone 4.
All right. Jay, thanks again for joining us. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you very much.